Facilithon would like to thank our sponsors for this evening's program. The FM Pipeline team, engaging, enlightening, and energizing the next gen of FM. Midwest Prototyping, specializing in additive manufacturing for prototyping and low-volume production. TD Industries, engineering, construction, service and maintenance, and integrated facilities management services. The East Bay and Silicon Valley chapters of IFMA, the International Facilities Management Association. The IFMA Public Sector Facilities Council. McVeigh and Mangum Engineering, providing full-service engineering to the architectural community for over 25 years. Siemens, ingenuity for life. Basil and Telemetrics, architectural and construction photogrammetry services. Legacy FM, facilities management training beyond the classroom. And Medtronic Foundation, improving health for underserved populations. Thank you.
Please welcome Cassie Short, SkillsUSA California 2019-2020 post-secondary president. Cassie?
The California SkillsUSA Facilithon Online session will come to order. The thought for the day will be given by Layali Hamad.
He who is not in readiness today will be less prepared tomorrow. Marcus Valerius Marshall.
The emblem is symbolic of the SkillsUSA organization. You are about to witness the emblem ceremony, in which the meaning of each component of our emblem will be given and the significance of the colors described. Madam Parliamentarian.
The shield represents patriotism. The shield denotes our belief in democracy, liberty, and the American way of life. Mr. Reporter.
The gear represents the industrial society. The gear, symbolic of the industrial society, denotes the interdependence and cooperation of the individual working with labor and management for the betterment of mankind. Mr. Treasurer.
The torch represents knowledge. The flaming torch reflects the light of knowledge, which dispels the darkness of ignorance. In the light of the torch, progress will be made towards the vocational goals of the individual. Madam Secretary.
The orbital circles represent technology. The circles represent the challenge of modern technology and the training needed to accept and master new technical frontiers and the need for continuous education. Madam Vice President.
The hands represent the individual. The hands portray a search for knowledge and our desire to acquire a skill. In the process of attaining knowledge and skill, we will develop a respect for the dignity of work and become productive and responsible citizens. Madam Historian.
With the affixing of the golden hands, we add the final official color of SkillsUSA. The colors of the emblem represent our organization. Red and white represent the individual states and the chapters. Blue represents the common union of the states and the chapters, and gold represents the individual, the most important element of SkillsUSA. Madam President.
All of the components constitute our emblem. Separately, they could be applied to many organizations, but as one unit, they represent the fundamental principles and purposes of our organization. The emblem represents SkillsUSA. We will respect the flag with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the SkillsUSA Facilithon Online Awards Gala. This has been an unusual year for all of us, and yet SkillsUSA continues to keep the lights on and the wheels turning for our students, advisors, and industry partners. Through innovation, tenacity, and good hard work, SkillsUSA California is proud to have run the first industry-specific, fully online SkillsUSA competition in the nation the Facilithon Online. During our gala tonight, we will explore the world of facility management, the liberal studies of SkillsUSA, where it's been, why it's such a great career path, and how it ties to so many current SkillsUSA competitions. Meet your new 2021 state officers and announce our 2020 SkillsUSA California Facilithon Online winners. Our SkillsUSA motto for 2020 is Champions at Work, I'm Ready. The Facilithon program exists to make participants ready for almost anything that comes up, since managing large buildings and campuses requires the ability to do a different task every day. And now I would like to introduce David Tycho, SkillsUSA California State Officer Trainer, to introduce our new state officers.
Thank you, Cassie. I would like to welcome and recognize our 2020-2021 California State Officer Team. From Lincoln High School in San Jose, Priyanka Prasad. From Silicon Valley Technical Education Center in San Jose, Derek Thatch. From Van Nuys High in Van Nuys, Jocelyn Gonzalez. From Academies of the Antelope Valley High in Lancaster, Layali Humud. From South Pasadena High in South Pasadena, Jolene Lee. From Academies of the Antelope Valley High in Lancaster, Vani Tiagi. From South Pasadena High in South Pasadena, Micah Mkhitaryan. From Franklin High School in Stockton, Natalia Enriquez. From Venture Academy in Stockton, Maria Moreno. From Desert Hot Springs High in Desert Hot Springs, Janessa Baza Lizalde. From Apple Valley High in Apple Valley, Deshaun Subramaniam. And I would also like to recognize State Trainer Rachel Navarrete. Thank you.
David.
Sorry. Please welcome Gary McCleatley from Siemens Solution Partner and Facilithon Chapter Champion from Washington, D.C.
Good evening, everyone, and from the IFMA Capital Chapter, we would like to bring a video of your first Facilithon, and we hope you enjoy the video.
Hi, I'm Case Reynoldsson from the DC Capital Chapter, and this is how you run a Facilithon.
So the first thing you need to do is have a booth with a volunteer and a place to have the students sign up and have some great information for them about the Facilithon.
Now I gotta take a test. It's about 50 questions. It usually takes me about 20 plus minutes to do it, but they give you a whole hour.
I'm doing the prep for the role play. They give me 15 minutes to take down notes.
So first, I introduce myself to the judges. Test number 1660. Welcome. 1660. Nice to meet you. Now, I get to have 5 minutes to present all of my ideas.
After 5 minutes of presenting, we as judges then have 5 minutes to ask questions regarding.
When they're done with that part, they send me out of the room for just a couple minutes.
So the FM Challenge is an unexpected emergency that we present.
As a student, I have a few minutes to read these questions and answer them.
The 3 questions we always ask are, what do you do first? What are your resources? And how do you make this not happen again? Give them 2 minutes to answer the challenge, and then we get to question them for 2 more minutes before we send them out.
Near the end of the day, it gets really crazy, and I've got to get all these scores in.
So SkillsUSA, why are we here, and what's SkillsUSA all about?
Judging is one of the favorite parts because it's amazing what these people will come up with.
Now this is my second year doing it, and I still absolutely love it. The situations are real, and It's just an amazing opportunity.
I will definitely take it again. I'll also recommend it to my fellow students and friends, and just amazing.
Please do it. It's great. It's gonna help you. It prepares you. Leadership, being on your feet and ready for anything.
It was a great experience. Like, you get to learn new things and understand how weird the questions are on the tests.
The best part of Facilithon for me was just getting that experience and trying something new. I never thought that a career in like facility management would be for me, but after going into the competition, I definitely think it's something I'll consider, and I just thought it was a really good experience just for interviewing.
Do it.
Gary, thank you. Please welcome Carolyn McGarry, FM Pipeline Team Co-Director.
Good evening. I want to begin by asking the audience a few questions, and I want you to consider them as I ask them. How many of you like people and buildings? Do you want to help people in your daily career? How many of you like problem solving or thinking on your feet? Who loves action and variety? Do you imagine yourself doing something a little different and learning something new every day? If you said yes to most or all of these, you could be a perfect facility management candidate. We have found that no matter what background you come from, these are key attributes to enjoying a career as a facility manager. But what is a facility manager? It's someone who supports people in the places where they live and work. Think of any building you've ever been in. A facility manager and their team are who's there managing the systems and processes, integrating the people who work there with the place and the technology used. As a facility manager, each day is an adventure. This is because facility management touches such a wide variety of areas each and every day. Look along the right side here. This can range from anything like baby-proofing a zoo enclosure, designing a new airport terminal, creating a strategic plan for a hospital, or moving office staff from one building to another. Each of the tasks listed on the right utilizes a variety of subjects or competencies that we have listed on the left. We like to call ourselves jacks of all trades. In addition to the variety of training, there are so many different environments that one can work in. Areas like performing maintenance on amusement park rides, like roller coasters, project managing construction of a new theme park ride exhibit. Even sports venues need facility managers. Who do you think maintains the pristine grass on a baseball field and ensures things like the stadium amenities for the avid fangoer are up to par? The facility management team. Then there are residential spaces, particularly on a college campus. Again, facility managers help to keep these environments safe, clean, and functional for the busy college student. Facility management has many names. It's known as FM, workplace management, facility engineering, facilities project management, workplace engineering, and on and on. Whatever it may be called, we know that it's growing. The reason it's growing is because we live and work most of our lives in facilities, environments built by everyday humans all over the world. Did you know that the equivalent of a New York City is being constructed every month? Someone has to take care of them for the lifetime after they're built. Facility management is a $1.1 trillion global industry. That equates to about 5% of our global economy as a facility service. The number of people in the profession is mind-blowing. 25 million FM practitioners worldwide. There are more people who work in facility management than the total population of people in countries like Chile, Greece, Austria, or the United Arab Emirates. It's also a rewarding career financially. As I mentioned earlier, there are plenty of opportunities in FM. This career path contains both technical and business elements. Whether you enter the field from the trades like carpentry, masonry, HVAC maintenance, or perhaps other careers like construction, engineering, or architecture, the salaries are good, with opportunity to climb the career ladder with the right training and education. Entry-level is between $45,000 and $70,000 a year, with a median closer to $90,000. So what's in it for you? There's a big need for new FMs and their supporting trades every day across every industry. Having a career in FM means you'll have access to secure jobs with the aforementioned good salaries. Have I made the career sound interesting yet? I would recommend you seek more information about facility management. Go to our website on fmpipeline.org to find out more about how the Facilithon can help prepare you. And check out the different colleges that have programs in facility management, if that's the path you'd like to take. A few are actually also located in California. Thank you.
Well, SkillsUSA is a great opportunity to meet students both in high school and in community colleges from all over the country that are at the top of their game.
That was just something, it just hits you so quick, and you have to think so fast, and you don't really have time to process everything, but it's so fun because you're just, you're using your intuition, what you know.
Overall, it was a pretty fun experience. It was different. I definitely wasn't expecting to see something like that at SkillsUSA, but after going through the Facilithon program, it definitely made sense, and it lined up with everything else that was going on there.
SkillsUSA brings in some of the brightest high school students I've had the pleasure of working with.
And the first time I did it, I just loved the experience. And now this is my second year doing it, and I still absolutely love it. The situations are real, and it's just an amazing opportunity. The people that
It makes sense for people to volunteer here even if they've never been a part of it before, because you probably work somewhere and ultimately these are the students that are going to end up working for you and with you, so it makes sense to give them the best shot at being prepared for that.
But then also give me the chance to interview them and see exactly what their job is about and why I should join it, what type of education I need, and why it's so great.
So we like to come out to SkillsUSA every single year to recruit top talent for our employment and training programs.
Loved it. I'm glad I'm here. I'm going to come back again.
Our students thrive because they really kind of catch on with the facilities management part as a common sense way to apply a lot of their skills.
We're at SkillsUSA to introduce our brand to students before they're decision makers.
Carolyn, thank you. Please welcome FM Pipeline Team Advisory Board member Lindsay Brackett. Lindsay?
Thank you, David. Wow. I mean, look at all these faces tonight. That's amazing. I want to talk to the students specifically. You must be so proud of yourselves. You have got to be so proud of yourself. We are living in an unprecedented time. And you showed up for the Facilithon and you showed up for tonight. And that takes resilience and commitment. And you need both of those traits to be a facility manager. Not everybody can do the job. And like Carolyn said, it's an incredibly complex and multifaceted career. It takes someone with grit and passion. You have to know design and construction, operations, maintenance, troubleshooting, business, people management, crisis management. You have to be able to know codes and regulatory affairs. I specifically work in healthcare facility management, and a lot of people don't know that it is the second most regulated industry next to nuclear. I mean, think about that. It is such a diverse and complex field. And until very recently, we haven't had any formal education and training for facility managers. In fact, when I started my company 2 years ago, we were trying to filling that gap. It just wasn't there. But it is such an exciting time to be in facilities management right now, because we're seeing organizations like IFMA, BOMA, ASHI, APA, And they're all making facility management, education, and training and succession planning among their top priorities. That's huge. That wasn't around a few years ago. And we've been doing at our company, we've been doing everything from coaching one-on-one for facility managers that are coming from other industries like construction. And they're just trying to fill in the gap. And then we've also built huge training programs for operations and maintenance staff for multi-facility systems, because there's been such a need. So this wasn't around a few years ago, and you guys are part of a really exciting time. The momentum is happening, it's here, and it's starting with events like these. So I just want to thank you for being here and for showing up, because you've really given me a new appreciation for my work and for this industry. So thank you.
My name is Talva Magruder. At General Motors, I am the Director of Workplace Engineering and Operations Solutions.
My name is Joshua Cummings. I am a facilities manager at Cole Engineering Center. On a day-to-day basis, I work with a little bit of everybody.
We manage all of the General Motors buildings in the world. Canada, United States, and Mexico. China, in Korea, but we can go on and on. I get to build teams and help people work together and help people problem solve.
You see it all. It's truly a learning experience.
Students should be interested in facility management for so many different reasons. It's moving, it's fast-paced. If you like to problem solve, if you like acting on the fly, it's a great thing to do. Facilithon exposes you to scenarios where you really can start gaining a real understanding about what facilities management is all about. And you can work with other students to problem solve and grow in your knowledge.
So that they can, get an idea of what we do on a day-to-day basis.
The best decision you can make is doing something. My journey into this position was pretty amazing and unexpected. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because you can do it.
You can do anything that you put your mind to.
Don't let other people convince you otherwise. It's great to be with you all this evening, and I'm absolutely really excited that you're all exploring facility management as an option for your future. A facility management career can take you amazing places, involved in things that you cannot imagine right now. I lead facility management for a large company, General Motors, as you just heard, and our facility management team supports building vehicles at assembly plants. They ensure that we have test tracks of the appropriate design and angles so that we can test our vehicles. They ensure that our proving grounds are working exactly the way they want to, at the same time as we're ensuring that our wind tunnels work so we can test really advanced features on vehicles. They also are participating in construction activities throughout the globe, where we're building new buildings, modifying existing buildings, and things like that. And most importantly, they ensure that thousands of employees can work in a place that they want to be, ensuring a wonderful environment for everyone's day-to-day activity. And when COVID-19 hit not so long ago, as we know, it kind of turned everything upside down. Well, we were immediately one of the most important teams in the company. And our role was to really quickly learn and to very skillfully communicate what needed to be done and execute flawlessly so that we could keep people safe that were still working. Our team was able to put together plans that were able to do immediate response literally over the weekend, so that we didn't have anyone that contracted COVID-19 before ultimately we decided that it was time to pause our operations due to everything that we were learning. And so between the facility management team and the medical team and the safety team, we were the ones that were informing this multi-billion-dollar company what kind of decision they needed to make. That was a big deal, and that came from team members, including facility management professionals. It was absolutely critical at that point, though, that we keep all of our buildings running, that we keep all of our buildings at an operational level that ensured that when it was time to come back, they would be ready. And that takes a tremendous amount of skill and maintenance and in engineering. And they were able to do that on their own, such that when we came back over 2 months later, all of our facilities started up with no problem at all. That's a strong facility management team. And that's the kind of thing that you can be part of. One of our leaders in this effort was a young man with just 2 years in our company. And he was the one that found the best equipment for us to do temperature screening for all of our employees when they came back to work. He not only found the equipment, but he was able to figure out the process with support from other team members and from his leaders, like me and my colleagues. And with that, with 2 years at the company, he completely changed how quickly we could come back to work. So when you work in facility management, everything you do every day is extremely important, and your ideas really matter. I am so proud of my team, and so many FM teams across the world did the exact same thing that I'm just describing. And last but not least, I'd like you to know that FM is a field where professionals have a variety of cultural backgrounds. My colleagues and I always seek to find and develop a multi-talented, diverse team, and I'm sure that there's a place for you. I wish you all the best.
Please welcome Clay Mitchell, SkillsUSA California State Director.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us this evening. On behalf of 43,000 plus SkillsUSA California members, I would like to congratulate the student competitors for their involvement in the Facilithon virtual event this past week. I would also like to thank the Facilithon team for their dedication and work to hold a successful virtual event for the contestants in the state of California. SkillsUSA prepares students for the workforce through career technical education programs taught by business and industry professionals in all 50 states in the US, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. We do this through the implementation of the SkillsUSA framework, which was developed in partnership with business and industry. Working together with business and industry, we came up with workplace skills, personal skills, and technical skills grounded in academics that students need to know and be able to do to be successful in the workforce. As you can tell, in late February and early March, we had a few challenges throughout the United States and the world, quite honestly. We've all been dealing with those challenges, and one of our elements of the framework is adaptability and flexibility. And needless to say, each of us in our workplace and our daily lives have been dealing with just that, adaptability and flexibility, changing things to make things successful and continue our lives as regular as they can be until things get back to normal, whatever normal could be. It's really an opportunity, as you can tell through the Facilithon, when it was brought to my attention some 2.5 years ago. My apologies, Facilithon team, for being a little slow on the uptake. But working with the team, we were happy to get together and put together a virtual event this year through those efforts. And it really shows the ability of individuals to do those things, think on their feet, find problems, solve those problems, and make sure that those problems are set. Today, we should be in Louisville, Kentucky, preparing for the 55th annual SkillsUSA National Leadership and Skills Conference. Instead, we're on this video and this exciting evening of celebration for our students who completed in the Facilithon event. I want to thank the Facilithon team members for being able to provide us with that successful event, and for the SkillsUSA students who participated as well. If you want to know more about SkillsUSA, I would encourage you to go to our website, either in California or the national website. Our California website is www.skillsusaca.org, and the national website is www.skillsusa.org. You know, everybody has told me for the past 10 years that I've been involved and had the opportunity to serve this organization that SkillsUSA is the best kept secret. And hopefully through efforts like tonight and these events, we will help not be the best kept secret anymore. With that, I think we have a video we'd like to show you a little bit more about SkillsUSA. So if you can roll that
What is SkillsUSA? SkillsUSA is a partnership of students, teachers, and industry working together to ensure America has a skilled workforce. That's the official answer.
SkillsUSA is life-changing.
SkillsUSA is opportunity.
SkillsUSA is the future.
SkillsUSA is amazing.
SkillsUSA is exceptional. SkillsUSA is a family.
SkillsUSA is a home for me. SkillsUSA is somewhere where I belong and I feel a part of.
SkillsUSA is a CTSO, or Career and Technical Student Organization, representing 130 different occupational areas. SkillsUSA complements technical training with leadership development, so members can learn about their chosen field of study and about themselves. Join SkillsUSA and you're part of something big, something strong, something respected. A nationwide network of nearly 350,000 members in high schools, colleges, and post-secondary programs. Thousands of industry partners and more than 11 million members served since 1965. But don't let the numbers fool you. SkillsUSA is big, but its focus is you.
I learned so much about myself in SkillsUSA, and I learned how much more I could do if only I believed in myself.
When I joined SkillsUSA, there was definitely a big change in my life, in my attitude, in the way I do things, in the way I see things.
Comparing who I was before SkillsUSA and who I am now is quite a contrast. I'm so proud of who I am today.
SkillsUSA has so much value and so much to offer the jobs that are available today. The really good jobs that can pay upwards to 6 figures, most of those require some kind of vocational background. Somebody has to come in and celebrate the opportunities that are available and encourage kids to explore a very specific kind of career. Nobody else is doing that today.
It really does give you an edge because SkillsUSA, with the competitions and everything else, I worked with some of the programs that they expected us to be ready in, and so many people weren't, but we were because we had taken the time to really push ourselves and work with this stuff that we know we're going to have to do later, so why not do it now?
I definitely think the competitive experience of competitions will help you when you're going to go into the workforce. The importance of competitions in a chapter is to make us be at our best at what we do here.
Technical skills are only half of the SkillsUSA equation. Add dynamic leadership skills and you've got the SkillsUSA edge that sets you apart from the pack.
I am champions at work. Clever, huh? Because it means a couple different things. Champions that are working, and then it also means that they're champions of work, and yet it also means that when it comes to work, they are the champions. So there's really a lot going on in a very simple motto. Let's review. SkillsUSA, champions at work.
Please welcome Sharon Harrington, IFA Fellow and Board Secretary.
Thank you, David. The Facilithon competition was first run in 2015. Wisconsin members of IFMA realized that we would soon be struggling to fill the positions vacated by retiring facility managers, let alone new positions due to economic growth and change. They partnered with SkillsUSA to provide a student competition that would identify and engage future FMs and enlighten students and advisors about careers in facility management. 4 states have been running this competition, with others in the pipeline. Now California is the 5th. As of tonight, we have now had 525 Facilithon competitors and awarded 39 scholarships. When COVID caused the cancellation of in-person competitions, our team quickly pivoted to an online competition, exploring and testing various options and integrating multiple technologies into a smooth online event that was run this week. That is what FMs do. We see a problem as a challenge. Then we quickly gather the necessary resources and jump the hurdles to keep the organization running smoothly. With an online platform, the Facilithon could be run in any state or even other countries, with judges from anywhere in the world, as we did this week. It could be run as a part of SkillsUSA Fall Leadership Conference or a district, regional, state, or national SkillsUSA competition. Our participants love this competition and love this experience, meaning we're definitely doing something right.
Please Please welcome Heba Kamal, Country Head of Innova by Veolia from Cairo, Egypt.
Hi everyone. Of course, I'm honored to be one of between you today to attend this amazing gathering for the Gala ceremony. I've been in the FM industry for over 22 years across the Middle East, where I've seen the FM growth very fast over the past 10 years. This market growth was driven by the rapid increase in commercial construction and the growing prominence of FM technology, which contributed further to the growth of the facility management industry, especially in the Middle East. With that growth, the vocation of FM has become an urgent need in the market. The FMs used to be coming from the construction background. I see now that the market mindset has changed, where FM study and knowledge are a major requirement in any FM job interview. Unfortunately, FM in the Middle East is not yet taught in technical schools nor colleges. Egypt is a participating country in world skills, and with competitions like Facilithon, we can scale out and run in the Middle East, starting by Egypt, where I come from, we can promote the importance of learning FM, raising the bar of FM as a profession needs specific skills and qualifications, and having new generation of students interested in learning and working in the FM industry. Events and competitions like Facilithon, where I was honored to be one of the judges, surely is a great tool to identify the high-skilled young generation of FMs and encourage them to excel more in this career, which at the end shall guarantee the delivery of high level of knowledge and expertise in the FM industry. Thank you, and hope to see you all again in Egypt soon.
Facilithon was very interesting. It definitely gave me an insight into the inner workings of facilities management, and it was a very, very fun experience and getting to know more about facilities management. This is a great competition.
I liked the interview, just working with someone that has experience in the field and getting to answer some questions that are a little outside my comfort zone, a little bit of thinking involved, and really just learning more about the topic.
My favorite part was the FM challenge, because I really like getting thrown into a scenario with almost very, very little preparation, just 3 minutes to read it over, and I love being thrown into that and being able to think off the top of my head and be able to come up with logical solutions to problems.
Know a lot of stuff just about the field, just do some research behind what you would need to know and maybe get some experience.
I guess I would say that it's a really good experience that SkillsUSA offers this. It's very important, especially considering that facilities managers are a well-needed occupation, so I believe this is a really, really good competition for that.
Just be prepared for anything and really just do your best.
It's a fun thing for SkillsUSA, and I really think you should try it.
Facilities management might sound like a scary thing to get into, but once you actually get into it, this is my second time doing it, it's actually a very, very fun experience.
Two separate sections. The broadband will be in one shot, and then they'll give you a break in between.
Please welcome Christian Pelakia, representing IFMA Silicon Valley and the East Bay chapter of IFMA, and Gordon Rogers, representing the IFMA Public Sector Council, the owner organizations of the scholarships of the winners of SkillsUSA California, the Facilithon Online competition that we'll see tonight. Christian?
Hello, and thank you. Yes, my name is Christian Pelakia, and IFMA stands for the International Facility Management Association, the premier professional organization for facility managers and FM providers. The geographic-based component groups in IFMA are chapters. 2 of these chapters, IFMA Silicon Valley and the East Bay chapter of IFMA, were donors of the scholarship dollars for our Facilithon Online winners. Gordon?
That's right, Christian, and the industry-based component groups in IFMA are called councils, and the Public Sector Council of IFMA also donated scholarship dollars for tonight's winners. The Public Sector Council is for those managing, maintaining, or constructing government buildings and facilities. The council addresses the constraints of budgets, organizational policy, and bureaucracy in city, state, provincial, or federal government agencies.
On behalf of these donors, we are honored to provide facility management scholarships to tonight's winners, in addition to your first, second, and third place medals from SkillsUSA California. And the winners of the inaugural SkillsUSA Facilithon Online are: our bronze medal winner is Derek Thatch from Silicon Valley Technical Education High School in San Jose. Silver medal winner is Ernesto Zuniga from Victor Valley High School in Victorville. And finally, our 2020 Facilithon Online gold medal winner is Layali Mahmoud from the Academies of Antelope Valley and Lancaster. Congratulations to the winners, to all of our Facilithon competitors. Winners will be invited to the green room for a brief reception and photos following our program before returning to the main room to greet all the other attendees. Thank you.
Christian and Gordon, thank you. Please welcome Jim Zerbel, founding director of the FM Pipeline team and publishers of the Facilithon program. Jim?
Well, I'm pleased to see you all, and I'd like to share a few words with you ever so briefly. So first and foremost, it's important for us to acknowledge that it takes a village to raise a child, and you eat an elephant one bite at a time. Well, to that end, I'd like to recognize all the chapter champions who have tirelessly broken new ground for FM, including Christian Pleccia, Gary McKelvey, Larry Simmons, James Rethke, Kendall McWilliams, Amy Erickson, Clara Smith, Laura Hammond, Luke Newman, Damon Young, and our first Florida chapter champion, Tarzan Frazier, who passed away in 2018, scant months after creating his inaugural Facilithon Florida event. This program was his passion. You know, I'd also like to recognize our national team, including my co-founder, IFMA fellow and former IFMA Foundation president, Peggy McCarthy, along with co-director Carolyn McGarry, who just succeeded in teaching a new class in the principles of FM at Denver Community College. I'd also like to welcome and thank you board secretary and IFMA fellow, Sharon Harrington, treasurer Brett Wedekind, team members including IFMA fellow Rich Finelli, Ken Stevenson, Diana Burns, and particularly David Reynolds, who is emceeing tonight's little gala. Our advisory board includes Lori Domer, SkillsUSA rep, Laverne Deckert, Jacob Dalbora, Lindsay Brackett, and Mark Joseph. Thanks to all of you who fill in the gaps we can't jump over ourselves. So I'm honored to serve with this team. And in doing so, I think about a number of different things, and I think about how we've really overcome some major challenges. I'm initiating, in this regard, a volunteer award for those who exemplify the best of our profession has to offer. And it's called the Facilitator Award. And this year, while the list of rock stars at our team is many, our award goes to Sharon Harrington, IFMA fellow and board secretary. Sharon is the reason, literally, that we're all here this year, and the Facilithon has been so great. So congratulations, Sharon Harrington, on being the 2020 inaugural Facilithon Facilitator Award winner. Now back to you. Innovate or deteriorate, run fast or left behind. Our experience this year has emphasized that, hasn't it? It's intrepid folks like those on our team who said, hey, regular stuff isn't going to work. Let's try something different. The only thing that could possibly happen is it doesn't work and we learn from it. It's the same intrepid drive we expect of you as laser-focused SkillsUSA students. So, you're a welder, maybe a chapter leader, a carpenter, maybe a draftsperson. A number of different things could really connect to this. Tim Lawrence really pegged it well last year. He said, facility management ties back to so many of our competitions that a lot of our students will become facility managers later, and some will actually become right away. Well, think about this for a moment. So, do you like people in buildings? Do you like problem solving? Well, you probably got that already figured out. You're from SkillsUSA, right? Do you like action and variety? Everybody loves action and variety. Finally, can you think on your feet? If you can, all these things work to make you a potential facility manager. And we're looking forward to you becoming our next best FM. David?
Please welcome State Officer Cassie Short for our SkillsUSA closing ceremonies. And thank you all for joining us. There will be an online reception for our attendees following the program.
Madam Secretary, have you any record of any further business to come before the meeting at this time?
I have none, Madam President.
Does any member know of any new or unfinished business that should come before this meeting? Since there is no further business to come before the meeting at this time, we will prepare to adjourn. Since the rule is the basic instrument of our work, it is particularly fitting that we select the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, to govern our lives. Let us speak our pledge.
On my honor, I pledge to practice myself by diligent study and ardent practice, to become a worker whose services will be recognized as honorable by my employer and fellow workers, to base my expectations of reward upon the solid foundation of service, to honor and respect my vocation in such a way as to bring repute to myself, and further, to spare no effort in upholding the ideals of SkillsUSA.
I now declare this session adjourned until the next session shall be called by your president.
Facilithon would like to thank our sponsors for this evening's program. The FM Pipeline Team, engaging, enlightening, and energizing the next gen of FM. Midwest Prototyping, specializing in additive manufacturing for prototyping and low-volume production. TD Industries, engineering, construction, service and maintenance, and integrated facilities management services. The East Bay and Silicon Valley chapters of IFMA, the International Facilities Management Association. The IFMA Public Sector Facilities Council. McVeigh and Mangum Engineering, providing full-service engineering to the architectural community for over 25 years. Siemens, ingenuity for life. Basil and Telemetrics, architectural and construction photogrammetry services. Legacy FM, facilities management training beyond the classroom. And Medtronic Foundation, improving health for underserved populations. Thank you.